A WWE Champion is injured. Plus, we have a major NXT WrestleMania update, and future plans for the AEW World title have been revealed. It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. Julia and Stephanie Vaquer will put their respective titles on the line against one another, clashing the belts like that, ting, 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 at WWE Roadblock, taking place in the theater at Madison Square Garden next month. However, there is an issue here, because many rightly thought that this was a major match that was happening very quickly.
Well, yeah, because Stephanie Vaquer's recently just won her title, as is Julia, to be honest. Julia's was about a month ago. Stephanie Vaquer's a couple of weeks ago at this point as well, so it did feel like it was being rushed. However, there is a reason for this. Wrestling Observer reported initially that one of the competitors is, quote, banged up and needs some time off to heal. So the match is taking place to get their respective championship from them.
We should probably jump in at this point and just say that if you don't want the results spoiled for that match at Roadblock, this is probably where you want to skip ahead maybe 2 minutes just to avoid it.
Yes.
Just a little heads up for you. We love you dearly.
We do. Now, PW Insider added in a report a short while later that it was in fact Julia, the NXT Women's Champion, who was dealing with an injury issue but is expected to work the Roadblock match against Vaquer, where it seems, obviously, that she might drop that title.
Stephanie Vaquer looking to become a champ very quickly during her time in NXT.
I don't know about the double champ stuff, Tom.
No, you're not vibing with it?
We've seen it happen before. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I have faith in Shawn Michaels because I think he books the women's division very well, and I think he could do some really cool stuff with Stephanie Vaquer as both the women's North American champion and the women's NXT champion as well. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
I feel that they missed a potential opportunity here in the booking of Zarya. So when Zarya came in, it was this sort of post-apocalyptic, madman-esque presentation, somebody that's burned down a city to get to NXT. And now she's like, oh, I'm a bit angry. Here's my mate Sol Ruka. And that wasn't the presentation I was expecting. And I do believe that had you kept that momentum up with Zarya, had her just grinding for XP, beating people very quickly, you could have found yourself in a position when this champion in this match has to step away and has to lose the belt. You've been slowly for the last 2 or 3 months building up a monster who can just in a very quick match just run through them, take the belt and show dominance, and then consequently you have them come back and maybe win their belt back down the line. You don't know, but as it stands, because obviously when an injury like this comes along, you have to put something in place. It's going to be grand to send off the champion as and where you can and put on a big show. So I think they're getting to that match soon because it won't be on the cards for a while. It's an interesting situation. I think it'll have a banger, don't get me wrong.
Absolutely. I feel like it's been building for a while since both have come to NXT. So, I'm looking forward to it. It remains to be seen how the double champ thing is booked, though.
We will find out. Now, speaking of NXT, a big change-up for their WrestleMania plans on the Tuesday Gold brand. It's gold, isn't it? I'm colorblind. Sometimes I get this wrong. And actually, it's a plan that WWE are putting in place that will extend WrestleMania week even further.
Yes, this comes from PW Insider. They say WWE has been looking into adding an NXT broadcast for the Tuesday, 22nd of April from Las Vegas as a part of WrestleMania 41 week. That would be the episode that follows Stand and Deliver. So while the company has not yet pulled the trigger on the date, it has been discussed internally and makes a lot of sense, especially since NXT has emanated from the UFC Apex in the past and could easily use that venue again if WWE chose to go that route. There's a lot of other venues the company could use as well.
So this would basically mean that WrestleMania week for WWE, obviously you have a whole plethora of great indie promotions descending upon Las Vegas for the Edinburgh Fringe Festival of Wrestling. And then you have the Hall of Fame potentially moving a day.
Yep.
You have SmackDown, you have NXT Stand and Deliver on the Saturday morning, you have WrestleMania Night 1 on the Saturday night, WrestleMania Night 2 on the Sunday night, Raw on the Monday, and then NXT on the Tuesday.
Whew, that's pretty much like 2 weeks. That's WrestleMania 2 weeks at this point.
You can't do that to people who already booked time off from work. Already expanded their holiday dates and got cover. Now they have to stay and have an extra day and go to the Apex and watch NXT.
What?
Maybe I think obviously they're building the idea idea that as the Raw after WrestleMania is always like a hot ticket, the NXT after WrestleMania should always be a hot ticket as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely too. And I guess logistically as well, sort of makes sense, doesn't it? If
Yeah, because everybody's there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Vegas hotting up, pun intended, as we get ready for WrestleMania. There was no pun there. Well spotted. Karrion Kross was a name that popped up last night. He is set to be the latest name that's going to compete at the FSW show Mecca Benefit for Bay. This is an event that is put on to raise funds to support Chris Bay and his family as he continues on his journey back following a shocking injury that took place at the tail end of last year. Some lovely videos shown from Chris Bay up and about, moving and walking once again. But obviously the journey is long, and there's been so much love and support raised for Chris Bay, and this show will raise money for him and his family as well. It's going to take place this Sunday in Las Vegas. Karrion Kross, the reason I'm bringing this up is because this shows the love for Chris Bay, because this is now a card on the indie circuit that features AEW talent Shane Strickland and Brian Cage, WWE talent in Karrion Kross, and TNA talent in Trey Miguel. All the forces coming together for Chris Bay.
Absolutely, it just shows like the love and admiration that so many have for Chris Bay, and it's nice that I guess on the WWE side of things too. Obviously, they're in sort of a relationship with TNA at the moment, anyway. But like, it's nice that they are allowing people to go and show their support like this as well.
Mm-hmm. More details can be found on at FSW Vegas on Twitter. Meanwhile, staying with injury-based discussions, give us an update on Buddy Matthews, if you don't mind, Andrew.
So if you doth recall, dear viewer and or listener, at Grand Slam Australia, Buddy Matthews, he came out, he had that match with Okada, and during his entrance, he was on the turnbuckle and he jumped off that small, tiny ring turnbuckle. Oh, let's get mad.
Actual size.
And he actually suffered an injury ankle during that entrance when he jumped off the turnbuckle. A photo then later emerged of Buddy setting off on his honeymoon with Rhea Ripley, and he had a crutch. We saw in one of the photos that he had a crutch. Another photo has since been shared on Buddy's Instagram showing Murphy now in a medical walking boot, unfortunately, along with the catchphrase, "I'm like half Iron Man." We don't know the extent of that injury, nor when he's expected to return, but hopefully it's soon, because we've said this multiple times on the news. The push was just really starting to get going, and it's a shame that this has happened now.
We were just getting warmed up with him as well. Best wishes to Buddy Murphy. Staying with AEW, Jon Moxley's future opponent for his AEW World Championship will be decided at Revolution next month. Last night, we had a showdown between Ricochet, who was wearing Prince Nana's robe.
He sure was.
Monster! And he had a showdown with Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana. Ricochet not wanting another match against Swerve, unless, he had bigger fish to fry, wants to go for a belt now. And Prince Nana said, well, good job, I've just signed a match for you guys, and it's a number one contenders match for the AEW World title. As we have a Revolution. So Ricochet and Swerve will go one-on-one at Revolution. The winner will face Jon Moxley for the AEW World title at a future date. I think Prince Nana's turning heel.
Do you know what? There was a little bit at the end of that promo where he's like, "You've got to go. I've done a lot for you, Swerve, and you got to do something for me now. I've taken a lot of bullets for you. Ricochet's got my robe. You got to get me my robe back, or I don't know if I can do this anymore." Oh, he's already got one up though. Is our Ricochet on Swerve? Does it happen again?
I think it happens again, and I think Prince Nana joins Ricochet.
I can see it happening. I could see it happening. I don't know if I like Ricochet as a heel, but I don't know if I'm tantalized enough by a Ricochet versus Jon Moxley world title match.
I think we have Prince Nana costs Swerve the match. Ricochet gets the match against Mox. Swerve costs Ricky the match. One more match between the two down the road. So I think that's how we do it.
Maybe.
I don't think Ricochet versus Moxley headlines a pay-per-view.
No, I don't think it does either. And that's not to say that Ricochet's not doing good stuff, because I'm enjoying this heel turn at the moment.
And if you're not enjoying it, then he'll come at you with a pair of scissors.
He will.
Also confirmed as well as that match for AEW Revolution, Big Boom AJ is going to be in action. I mean, he told us exclusively just before Christmas that he was going to be doing that on Cultaholic. And Big Big Boom AJ going to be at the show. Some big title match for Mercedes Moné as well.
Yes, TBS title match. Mercedes Moné, the champion, is going up against Momo Watanabe.
Are we going to see Mercedes Moné versus Billy Starks at some point as well? Because there was a little moment with those two backstage, calling back to when Billy Starks, as a wee bairn, met Mercedes Moné at a signing.
Oh, very cool.
Intriguing. The AEW International title on the line. Konosuke Takeshita, after defending against Orange Cassidy last night, will defend against Kenny Omega.
Lovely. We got Steel Cage match 2. We got Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher in that one.
AEW Women's title. Timeless Toni Storm puts it up against Mariah May.
We got MJF versus Hangman Page.
And Mox v. Cope for the belt in the briefcase in the main event. So that's Revolution that's shaping up for next month. But this coming Saturday, young man, you and Adam Pacitti metaphorically off to the chamber.
By heck, it is Elimination Chamber time. We will be doing the predictions today, and they will be going out on the channel later on tonight as well, so look out for them. And then on Saturday, myself and Adam will be doing the live stream, youtube.com/cultaholic/live. I believe the main show this time, as Joel said, in pictures, which you can also watch on the channel right now. I believe the main show starts at 12 o'clock. It started at like 11 p.m. UK time recently, but I believe this one starts at 12. Don't quote me on that, though. Definitely will put things down in descriptions and on screen where necessary.
12 GMT.
12 GMT.
If you're off of America. And obviously what happened at with Jet the Jobber will follow, and on Patreon, the WTF moments as well, and a punishment perchance.
Oh, I don't know, maybe. Ooh. God, I don't know. Now you're springing this on me, Tom. I have no idea.
Well, either way, patreon.com/cultaholic, the WTF moments from Elimination Chamber with Ross as well. And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Kiss, kiss.
I love you. Bye.